Well, hey, sugar.
Hey, sugar.
Hey, Sugaas.
Hey, sugar.
Hey, sugar. Hey guys, this is Naya here and a whole bunch of yarn because we're gonna make a blanket today, a chunky blanket today. I have 5 skeins of yarn and we're gonna use our hands only. We don't need to know how to sew. You don't need a sewing machine, needle, thread, nothing. We're just gonna use our hands, 5 skeins of yarn, and we are going to make a chunky blanket for a Christmas gift for a family member. So y'all sit back. I'm gonna do all the work for this one. Y'all just watch. Might take us about an hour to get it done. I'll speed through, of course, but I'm gonna show you step by step how to make this blanket with your hands, and hopefully something that you can make for someone really special. We're using 5 for this one. That's the size that I want. If you want a bigger blanket, more skeins. If you want a smaller blanket, maybe for a toddler, or some people make these blankets even for pets, maybe 2 or 3 skeins. Totally up to you, but the method is still the same. So all right, so I took the label off the first skein that we're going to start with, and you just find an end to the yarn, and we're going to start the blanket by kind of creating like a slip knot, if you will. I'm right-handed. I don't know if that makes a difference for left-handed people, but the knot that we make, we're going to kind of keep this tail at the end too. Okay, so you are literally just going to make a slip knot like that and pull it tight, 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 tight. Okay, so I got a knot here, a little tail on the end. I'll show you what we're going to do at the end of the blanket. And you can see this first knot, it's about 2 fingers right there. So that's how we'll start the blanket from there. From there, to start the rows of the blanket, we're starting with our first circle here. You're going to take over here, we got the little tail, keep that on the side, but we're going to pull through like this. Okay, so you're going to pull through each little section. The beginning to get it started is may feel a little tricky because we're creating the first row. So you just grab and pull through like that. Grab, pull through. Grab and pull through. Okay, and you're going to keep going all the way down. Again, your blanket, your business, however big you want this to be, totally up to you. I would suggest keeping the loop sizes consistent so that your blanket doesn't look distorted. So you can make these as small as you want, or as large as you want, or your yarn may be thicker, so maybe use bigger loops. But this is literally all we're going to do is grab and pull. Grab and pull all the way down. I'm going to go about 25 loops each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 25 loops. right guys, so there is row number 1. Again, the tail is left at the end. I'll show you when we're all done what we do with that, but you can kind of see, now I'm about 5'1" on a good day, pretty short. This is enough blanket to cover me, okay? Again, if you want one bigger, have at it, use more. If you want one smaller, you can use less. But that's the length so far. This is 25 loops as you just saw, so that's as long as I'm gonna go. Now let me show you how we go from, here's our tail at the end, to the next row. All right guys, to start row number 2, we are at the end of row number 1. So remember, the tail is down there for the end of, or the beginning of the row. We're at the end of row number 1 with the 25th loop. You're gonna grab just some of the yarn here that's still on the skein and pull through to create another loop. And then you're gonna come in here between each loop with the yarn and pull through. So it's gonna start looking like that.
taking me up and up and up and away. You are my darling, 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 darling. You're making my world of darkness turn into day. The thought of you is the reason why I hold my head up. The thought of you is the light in my life. The thought of you is the only thing that makes me better. The thought of you is what keeps me alive. The thought of you.
All right, last one. And left off right here. So I'm going to start a new row and then tie the new ball of yarn to the blanket. Here it is. So you just make a tight knot. And we'll go back through when we're finished and cut these loose ends. Alright, last one. Alright, we're at the end of the blanket. This is a little piece left, kind of how the piece is at the beginning. All you're going to do is basically just tie it back into the blanket itself. Pull it, oops, tie it in, pull it tight, and we're going to cut that off in a bit. So once you finish, guys, and we're at the end here, this is the last row. To sort of tie off the blanket, grab your loops that are by themselves and just kind of pull them between or pull them through each other like this. And if you see, it kind of seals it off. So you'll go all the way down, pull those, make sure you don't pull them out, pull those through all the way down. You don't have to pull this tight. You'll notice when you're doing it, it's kind of grabbing each end. And right here, this is where I added a skein, or the skein had a lump in it. You can go back through the blanket and cut those out. You see how easy it'll unravel. I'm probably pulling too hard. Grab all your ends all the way down. And just kind of tuck that end in there. So guys, go back through the blanket where you added the skeins. Just take some scissors and cut these little tails off. Also kind of pull again, make sure they're really, really tight so that it doesn't unravel. So you can see right here where I added a skein and it's got a little tail. So I'm gonna go through and cut that off, and I pulled it tight. Sometimes you can pull it hard enough and these will pop off, but you can get some scissors and cut it. Again, this is for hand knitting only, but if you know how to sew, you could go in and maybe sew that up if you wanted to really secure it. I don't know how to sew, so that's what I'm gonna do with that. All right, there you have it. It is all finished. Nice and warm. Come over here, husband, get warm with me in this blanket. Nice and cozy in our blanket. How How's it feel?
Both said ooh at the same time.
So yeah, guys, I did. He had one. I made him one last year. I timed myself. I started at 2:40. I finished this 4:15. So what? How long is it?
Give it about an hour and a half because you know you got to think about the stuff.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily get up from doing it. I just like was checking my phone and stuff like that. So give yourself, let's say, 2 hours. 2 hours and $7.99 each skein. That's not bad. What's that? $35, $40. Yeah. So, and this is something that, again, you made it with your own hands. I'm gonna fold it really pretty. Package this up, and it'll be a Christmas gift for someone. So yeah. Oh, and you can wash these. You just want to do it on delicate and warm and not dry it. Just hang it up to dry. But that is it for this video. We hope you all enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let us know if you try it. My Instagram is in the description box. DM me your pictures if you make this blanket. I feel like taking a nap.
Perfect.
Perfect time. Bye, y'all.
Peace.